The old inchworm on the axe handle trick. Badger asked, what color will the balloon be when it goes up, and when will it go up? So I briefly mentioned this in another video, that the facetious answer was something like it's yellow and probably Tuesday. So I'm going to go a different direction now with the convicted answer. Speaking in code. Did he say speaking in tongues? Maybe. Is everybody read up on the Book of Acts? Okay, cool, good. So give me all your stuff. Let's live in community. No, we're gonna start with you. Give me all your stuff. No, I'm just kidding. All right, I know. I'm just being really facetious. I apologize. The balloon going up. I did a video a while ago on YouTube about what my pet SHTF scenario was, and I really haven't deviated from that too much. I'll tell you what I'm really concerned about. I know that our currency sucks. I know that. I mean, it doesn't take much to investigate the buying power of the US dollar to come away with the fact that our currency sucks. And then, you know, you can get into the whole petrodollars talk and, you know, international currency and blah, blah, blah. It sucks. It's not good. Next. Crop failures? Crop failures are about at the top of my list of concerns. Let them eat cake. It's because there was nothing else to eat. The vast majority of United States citizens are not awake. We know this. I would say, you know, I don't want to say that international citizens are more awake, because I think a lot of them are running around with their blinders on too. But America, we've had some tough times. I don't think we've ever had famine as a country. And it's been a long time since we've been attacked on our home soil. I mean, attacked, right? Like pretty much, you know, all the wars, but sorry, I've been trimming trees. There's stuff on my face. What I'm getting at is, what, the British, you know, the War of 1812 maybe? And I know there's been lots of minor engagements since then. And then the Civil War was us on us, and this were outside influences and blah, blah, blah. But just hang with me here. What I'm getting at is civil unrest, probably, if not caused by, encouraged by fiat currency and the just terrible monetary mobility of that fiat currency, coupled with food shortages, which creates chaos in the country, which makes us a perfect target for somebody like Russia, China, whoever. That's kind of how I see the balloon shaped, and so it makes me wonder, what can I do about that? Well, number one, I'm not where the people are. I'm not so far out into the boonies that there's nobody around me, but by and large, I'm not where the people are. So that helps me a lot with the civil unrest aspect. I have land. I have land that I am trying more and more every day to make productive land, and I'm being proactive about establishing this land so that it produces its own inputs and so that we utilize our own outputs. It's important to remember that a system isn't a system if you have to keep throwing inputs at it, or it's at least a very bad system. So the idea here is to create a holistic, self-feeding piece of land that produces more than it consumes, so that we can be blessed by the byproduct, the excess, the increase. So we're doing that. There's nothing I can do about monetary value other than commodities, skills, community. I have lots of skills. I'm always willing to learn more, and I'm always trying to be better at the skills that I have. It can be very tiresome. It can be challenging, you know, getting back to the one-person homestead, just from the homesteading aspect. You know, I've been trimming trees today. Trimming trees, doing push-ups, doing crunches, doing leg lifts, rucking with a 62-pound winter loadout, 3 miles, and cutting and dragging brush and up and down ladders and running chainsaws and smoking myself out with this burn pile and feeding the sheep and the chickens. And you know, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm ready for a nap. So I have these skills. I'm always trying to get better at them, right? Is that the Pardo rule, the 80-20 rule? 20% of your actions produce 80% of your gain. 20% of your people breathe 80% of your life into you. It's the 80-20 rule. The fewer people you have to do all this stuff with, the more that matters, but also the mathematical disadvantage that you have. If you have 10 people all taking advantage of the 80-20 rule, you're getting a lot done. If there's only one of you, yeah, you still get a lot done with the 80-20 rule if you actually enact it, but I digress. So I can't do anything about America's position in the geopolitical stage, or on the geopolitical world stage, I should say. There's nothing that I can directly do about that. I hate politics. I'll just tell you that point blank. I hate it. I hate politicians. I think the entirety of this whole thing has become bread and circuses. Our founding fathers, I love. Have you guys seen the new Bear Independent shirts? We hold these truths to be self-evident. Yeah, that's not on there by accident. We do. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Amen. That's not what we have as a country anymore, and that our politicians don't believe in that. So there's nothing that I can do. Should I go vote for the guy? Who cares? That's where I am. I don't care. We'll send this good guy to go do this thing. The system's broken. It's a bad system. It has become a bad system. The more you throw at it, the worse it gets. You put good people into it, it still produces bad outcomes. It's a bad system. Now, I'm not saying burn it to the ground or start shooting, but I am saying I wouldn't be surprised if it burns to the ground and people start shooting. So there's nothing I can do directly about that. Says me. I don't begrudge anybody their right to go vote. By all means, go for it. But I'm over it. That's just where I am. I'm just over it. If it mattered, they wouldn't let us do it. That's where I'm at now. So, and I know Donald Trump is doing great things. I think he's really trying to do great things. I don't think he'll get even remotely as much as he'd like to done because of the broken system. And you guys know me, I don't do gray area well at all. Mediocrity to me sucks. And we're becoming a nation of mediocrity. But I digress again. And I purposefully do not discuss politics here because it's a very polarizing topic. And suffice it to say, the name of the channel is Bear Independent. I want to be independent from all of that stuff. And I do my best to be independent from those things. So what can I really do? What I am. I can do what I'm doing better, which I try to do. I can do what I'm doing more intensely, which I'm working on. I can build my skills, build my people, rally other people to my position, rally other people to my way of thinking, encourage people who feel called to do what we are doing. Help shine the light that is the lamp unto their feet, right? I've been saying over and over and over again, these are the fat times. We've been reading the story of Joseph in Genesis on Shabbat mornings here. These are the fat times. I have a video early in the history of the channel called Preppers Will Die. I hate that. But they will. There's no guarantee that I make it. There's no guarantee, period. There's a higher probability that me and mine make it. It's a game of numbers. The idea that my kids would be in a bad position should the balloon go up because I didn't do the best that I could, it would be the type of thing that would give me heartburn if I wasn't doing the best that I can already to meet that anxiety with action. So I think we're going to have fiat currency issues. I think they're going to be exacerbated by food or lack thereof. Cheap food. We have cheap, accessible food right now, and that's going to go away. That's going to catch a lot of people off guard. I don't want that. But I think it's going to happen. And I think that is going to lead to civil unrest. We're already seeing it, right? And we have the mainstream media and elements of the new media are openly discussing the next economic collapse. The next economic collapse, it's coming. We understand here and here that we should have had a course correction in 2008 and we didn't. We just kept throwing money at a broken system. It's not a good system if you have to keep putting inputs into it, right? We're past the point of diminishing returns with this system. It's in the downward spiral. So now you throw in civil unrest, a weakened nation. Man, I don't even want to think about tactical nukes. I don't even want to think about EMPs. I don't even want to think about it because it sucks. And anybody who's got a hard-on for SHTF, I don't want to have anything to do with. Overconfidence is most often found amongst units who have never been tested in combat. Jocko Willink, extreme ownership, and absolutely accurate. Those that are excited for the world to end don't get it. Because it's not just the world ending. It's your world ending. It's my world ending. I don't want to raise children in chaos, but I also know that this is entirely unsustainable. This meaning this craziness that we call a national economy and just a country, a global economy. It's insane. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Rocking a hard place. And so I think it's going to take hard men and hard women to say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I am voluntarily leaving the system. In the machine, out of the machine. I'm done. And truthfully, I think one of the most powerful mechanisms for that is this. The internet is exposing so many things, so many people. And we think about exposing in a bad way, but it's exposing a lot of truth and a lot of light and a lot of conviction in people. And good things, truth is bubbling to the surface, and people are starting to get it. Too many or too few, too late? Don't know. Don't know. But it's going to take hard people to do the hard things. I don't think you fix this system. I don't think anybody is capable of fixing this system. But I think we can have a real conversation about what it looks like to be outside of the system, independent from the system. What should the next system look like? Because obviously the powers that be in this system are gonna make a power grab. They always do, you know. You can't let a catastrophe go to waste. Let no good crisis go to waste, or something like that. But man, it's coming. And that sucks. But you meet anxiety with action. I don't want my kids to grow up in either scenario. The world ending or the world staying just the way that it is. But I guess lastly I'd say this. This world is not our home, and our Creator has given dominion of this world over for a time. And while there's absolutely joy and fulfillment and love and beauty and amazing things in this world, they're all a shadow of what's to come if we are in Him and He is in us. This world's not supposed to be perfect. It's not ever gonna be perfect. And so all we can do is just try and make our little piece of it better. Love the ones that we have, right? And cherish those little moments of joy in an otherwise broken world. Because if you stop and think about it too long, it can get very fatalistic. It's not worth that. We have the hope. We have the peace that surpasses all understanding. We have the Messiah. We have instruction as what we are supposed to do. We have things that we are to be stewards of, and people we are to be stewards of. We are to lead and to be led and to create for the Creator. And we have this unprecedented opportunity to do this and breathe life into each other. So man, this balloon could go up at any point. And that would suck. Then what? Then what? I'm gonna keep doing everything I can to protect everyone I have, and I'm going to cherish everything I have and continue to be thankful. And at some point, I'll draw my feet up on my bed, breathe my last, and be gathered to my people. Shalom.